At some point, every guy has wondered how to better understand women, not just in theory, but in a way that actually works. Whether you're dating, in a relationship, or even married, there comes a time when you feel like you're speaking different languages. You say one thing, she hears another. You do something with good intentions, she reacts in a way you didn't expect. Sound familiar? Now, I'm not here to give you some magic line or a bunch of cheesy pickup tricks. That's not what this is about. This is about learning how to communicate, lead, and connect with a woman in a way that gets you what you want, while also keeping her respected, engaged, and yes, even attracted. And here's the thing, it's not complicated. It's not about being rich, ridiculously good looking, or having some alpha attitude. It's about understanding what actually matters to women, what drives them emotionally, and how to navigate that with confidence. Think of it like this. If you walk into a gym without a plan, you won't get the results you want. Same with women. If you don't have a clear mindset and approach, you'll keep guessing, getting frustrated, and maybe giving up altogether. But when you know how to move, speak, and handle things, everything changes. This guide isn't about manipulation. It's about clarity, direction, and results. I'm going to break down 7 key principles that, when used right, will help you get what you want from a woman. And yes, this works. Every time. Not because it's a trick, but because it's based on how women actually respond to real men who show up the right way. Ready to learn how? Let's get into it. 1. The power of presence. How just listening makes her want you more. Let me tell you something most guys completely overlook. Being fully present with a woman is one of the most powerful things you can do. It sounds simple, but don't let that fool you. Presence is rare, and when a woman feels it, it pulls her in like gravity. Think back to a time when you were talking to someone and they were halfway paying attention. They were nodding, but their eyes were drifting. Maybe they were checking their phone or looking over your shoulder. You felt it, right? You knew you didn't really have them. Now flip that. Think about the last time someone gave you their undivided attention. No distractions, no rush, just locked in with you. That felt good, didn't it? Safe, respected, valued. Now apply that to women. When you're fully present with her, not trying to fix her, not trying to impress her, just there, solid, steady. She feels it in her body. It calms her, it opens her up, it makes her want more of you, and you don't even have to say much. You just have to be there. I'm talking about real listening, not waiting for your turn to talk, not zoning out halfway through her story. I mean leaning in, holding eye contact, feeling what she's feeling, and when she's talking about something emotional, just let her speak, let her feel seen. Most guys rush in to solve the problem. Don't. That's not what she's looking for. She's not always asking you to fix it. She just wants to know you care enough to sit in it with her. There's this moment that happens when a woman is sharing something and she realizes you're not looking for an exit. You're not checking out. You're just there. In that moment, something clicks in her. She feels safe. And when a woman feels emotionally safe, she relaxes. When she relaxes, her guard drops. And when her guard drops, she connects. That's when she starts giving you more attention, more trust, more desire. I've seen it happen. I've lived it. You could be the guy with all the right looks, the perfect job, the smooth talk, but if you're not present, she'll eventually drift. On the other hand, I've seen regular dudes, guys who barely say a word, create deep emotional attraction just by being grounded, calm, and fully there. That kind of presence? It's magnetic. So the next time you're with a woman, whether she's your wife, girlfriend, or someone new, slow down. Put the phone away. Don't think about what you're going to say next. Just breathe, listen, and feel her. Not in a needy or overthinking way, but like a man who's rooted, stable, awake. When you show up like that, you don't have to chase. She wants to come closer. That's the power of presence. Master it, and you're already ahead of 90% of guys out there. 2. Confidence without arrogance. The subtle art of leading the interaction. Let's talk about confidence, not the loud, look at me kind that's all over social media. I'm talking about the kind of confidence that makes a woman feel like she can relax in your presence, the kind that says, I've got this, without needing to say a word. Confidence, real confidence, is quiet. It's steady. It's in your eyes, your tone, your body language. And it shows up most when you lead. That's what women crave more than anything. A man who knows how to lead the interaction, not control it, not dominate it, but guide it. It's not about being the boss, it's about showing direction. Imagine you're on a date. She asks, "What do you want to do?" You shrug and say, "I don't know, what do you want to do?" Seems harmless, right? But what she hears is, "I have no plan, no direction, and I'm hoping you'll take the wheel." That kills attraction fast. Women don't want to be in charge of everything. They want a man who can take charge. It doesn't mean being a dictator. It means making decisions with confidence and kindness. Try this instead. You say, "I've got something in mind. Let's grab a drink at this spot I think you'll like." Simple, clear, confident, and now she can relax. She doesn't have to think, guess, or carry the moment. You've taken the lead, and she feels safe in that. Confidence also shows in how you respond to pressure. If she teases you, tests you, or throws some attitude, and you stay cool, smile, maybe even playfully push back, that's attractive. But if you get defensive, try to prove yourself, or act like you're above it all, now you're just being arrogant or insecure. Big difference. One of the strongest things a man can do is hold his frame when things get shaky. That might mean not reacting when she's moody, or not needing her approval to feel good about yourself. A woman wants to feel like you're emotionally stronger than her storm. Not in a macho, aggressive way, but in a calm, grounded way that says, "You're safe with me. I'm good either way." I remember a guy I used to coach, nice guy, smart, well-dressed, but every date turned into a negotiation. He couldn't make a move without checking if it was okay first. He was trying so hard to be nice that he forgot how to lead. The moment he started taking initiative, speaking with more certainty, and stopped second-guessing everything, things changed. Women started responding to him differently. He became magnetic, without ever raising his voice or puffing his chest. That's the subtle art of leading, moving with purpose, trusting your gut, and inviting her into your world, instead of trying to constantly live in hers. When you lead from a place of calm confidence, without arrogance, she feels it. She trusts it. She wants more of it. Be that guy. 3. The magic of teasing, playful versus mean, how to do it right. Here's a truth most men don't realize. Women love to be teased. Not in a cruel or immature way, but in a playful, flirty, light-hearted way that makes them laugh, feel challenged, and feel alive in your presence. When done right, teasing builds tension, the good kind, and it sparks attraction faster than compliments ever will. The problem is, a lot of guys either go too soft or too hard. On one side, you've got the guy who's afraid to tease at all because he doesn't want to offend her or get it wrong. So he plays it safe, agrees with everything, and tries to be overly polite. Women don't hate him, but they don't feel anything either. There's no spark, no fire, just bland. Then there's the other extreme, the guy who crosses the line. Maybe he tries to be funny by making fun of her too much, or taking cheap shots disguised as just kidding. That doesn't create attraction. That creates resentment. If your teasing makes her feel small, self-conscious, or like she has to defend herself, you've gone too far. That's not playful. That's just mean. So what's the right way? It's simple. Tease her like you would a girl you're already close to. The kind of teasing you'd do with someone you care about. Fun, light, with a smile in your eyes. You're not trying to tear her down. You're inviting her to play with you. It's the wink, not the punch. Let me give you a real example. I was once out with a woman who took forever to pick her drink at the bar. She must have read the menu 5 times. Instead of getting annoyed or making a joke at her expense, I smiled and said, "You planning to open your own cocktail bar or just trying to break a world record here?" She laughed, rolled her eyes, and instantly got more relaxed. Why? Because the tease was about the moment, not an attack on her character. She knew it was playful and that I wasn't afraid to call something out, but I did it with charm, not malice. The key to great teasing is energy. If your energy is tense, passive-aggressive, or trying to hurt, she'll feel that. But if your energy is fun, relaxed, and confident, she'll lean into it. She'll tease you back. And now you've got chemistry. A good tease shows her that you're not trying to impress her. You're being you and inviting her into your world. It also signals that you're confident, because only a confident man knows how to play without fear, and women find that wildly attractive. So next time you're with her, don't be afraid to poke a little fun. Let it be playful. Let her see that you're not taking everything, including her, too seriously. And when she teases you back, smile. You've just created a spark. That's the magic of teasing. Use it well. 4. How to flirt without being obvious. The slow burn that works. Let's get something straight. Flirting isn't about dropping cheesy lines or over-the-top compliments. That stuff might get a laugh, maybe even a reaction, but it rarely creates real attraction. The kind that lingers. The kind that makes her think about you when you're not around. That kind of flirting, it's subtle, it's slow, and when you do it right, it's powerful. You don't need to make it obvious. In fact, the best flirting isn't. It's like a slow burn, steady, warm, and impossible to ignore. Most guys go for the firework approach. Big gestures, bold statements, trying to force chemistry in the first 5 minutes. But women, especially the ones who know their worth, respond better to the guy who plays it cool. Not cold, cool. The guy who lets things build. Who knows timing is everything. Here's how that looks in real life. I remember this time at a friend's house party. There was this woman there, beautiful, well-spoken, clearly used to attention. Every guy was circling, cracking jokes, showing off. I didn't do much. I talked to her for a bit, asked her about something she was genuinely into, made her laugh once, then walked away. Later, I caught her eye across the room and gave a subtle smirk. Nothing dramatic, just enough for her to wonder. That's the move right there, not chasing. Just giving little nudges that say, I see you, and I like what I see. She followed up with me before the night ended. Flirting like this is about your energy, your eye contact, your pauses, your ability to hold silence without panicking. It's in the way you lean in just a little when she talks, then pull back with a smile. It's the way you almost say something flirty, then hold it. That little bit of tension, that almost, drives her wild, because it makes her wonder. That's the slow burn. And it's not about being sneaky or playing games, it's about creating moments. The light touch on her arm when you laugh at her joke. The casual compliment that feels sincere, not thirsty. Like telling her, you've got a really sharp way of looking at things. I like that. Delivered calmly, eye to eye. Then move on. Let it sit. Let her replay it in her head. The reason this works is because it leaves room for mystery. You're not spelling everything out. You're letting her discover your interest, piece by piece, through your presence and timing. And trust me, when a woman starts to wonder about you, when she starts asking herself, is he into me? She's already hooked. So take your time. Don't rush the moment. Let the flirtation simmer, not explode. Be the guy who knows that sometimes the quietest moves leave the loudest impact. That's how you flirt without being obvious. That's the slow burn that always works.